What's up, everybody? It's Postmates Paul, and if you read the description, I'm going to talk about where I like to hang out when I'm waiting on an order. Let's get started. Now, if this is your first time to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I'm aiming to make you a better delivery driver, namely through Postmates at this time. Now, something that gets asked a lot, especially on Reddit, is, well, what do you do when you're waiting on an order? I'm currently hanging out in the red zone. That's the first tip, is go to the red zone. Now, something you may need to know about the red zone is it's not predictive ordering. It's what has been ordered so far, and so that gives you an idea of how many orders are going out. So if you've ever gotten to a red zone, it's super red, and then it dies down, and you didn't get an order, chances are all those orders could have been given out already. Also, another flaw with this go to the red zone whole thing is it could actually be suffocated, meaning that there's not enough orders and there's too many delivery drivers. So in the area, right now I'm hanging out in the mall, there could be 15 orders and 20 drivers. So I gotta wait my turn. That's the key word, wait. I don't drive around. I'm very stingy with my money because I'm a Postmates driver and I don't get a lot of it. So little things like just driving around, wasting gas, wear and tear on the car, it's not needed right now. So I'm just hanging out. Typically I pick a spot in between a lot of restaurants. Behind me is the food court for the mall, which has a lot of places like Burger King and things like that. Over here's Chipotle, over here's Chick-fil-A, and on the other side are a lot of fancy restaurants. So I just put myself in the middle of them and just increase my chances. Typically, I'll wait in any one spot for anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, depending on what kind of day it is, if I'm not getting orders. After max 30 minutes, I'm going to turn my car on, and I'm not going to just drive around aimlessly. I do have a purpose when I drive around. It's just to like circle the area really quick. So I'm in a pretty big mall, and I'll just circle the mall. And I find that even if I'm waiting like 30, 40 minutes and I don't get an order, sometimes I'll just start my car and drive around the corner and I'll get something that's like right there. I don't know if it has to do with just by chance, it was ordered, I'm closest, whatever it may be, I do find that works sometimes. So I'm not just consistently driving around in circles, I'm hanging out waiting for an order, and if nothing pops after a certain amount of time, I'll just circle and sometimes I'll get an order. This is a complete myth, and don't take this as fact, but something I will do if I don't get an order for a long period of time is I will go offline and go online again. This is something that started when my fiance and I were both doing it at the same time, and she would say like, I'm not getting a lot of orders, so I'm gonna go offline and go back online, and so it just kind of became like our troubleshoot, like, did you go offline and go back online again? Not saying this works, but I've had mixed results with it. I also want a couple of other things out of my waiting spot. So I'm not just looking for like the most densely populated area of restaurants. I'm also in an area that has restaurants that are very cool with me. So I can actually just walk in and fill up my water, use their restroom. So I like to put myself kind of near those kind of places. Just because if you're hanging out for a long period of time, maybe you go through all your water, and you're just like, well, I got nothing to do, I'm gonna go in there and get some more water. So I put myself around some restaurants where I'm cool with the people that work there, and they don't give me any grief about that. If you want a pretty sure shot, you can always go to Chipotle. let me back that up a bit actually. Go into the actual Postmates app, the food ordering app, and look for whatever's in your area that offers free delivery. In my area, oftentimes it's Chipotle and 7-Eleven. I don't get as many 7-Eleven orders as I get Chipotle out here, so I tend to put myself next to a Chipotle, and more often than not, I'll pick up an order. I am not hanging outside at Chipotle right now, and I'm kind of hurting for an order, but it's right before dinner rush, so I'm not expecting a whole lot right now. But I actually walked in earlier to use their restroom, and I didn't see any bags on the rack, so I just basically asked the person that works there, because I'm cool with them. I said, have you gotten any Postmates orders today? And they were like, honestly, it's been pretty dead. So, asking the actual restaurant if something's going on, that can kind of give you an idea of where you want to wait too. I know all this waiting sucks, and you just want to be out here doing orders, not wasting your time. And if you feel like you're out here too long and you're not getting orders, by all means, go home and maybe just stay online and see if something dings. But sometimes we have to wait, especially me. I do these runs where I go all day long. And so for me to like just drive around all day would really hurt. And I don't really have the option just to go home because I've kind of commuted far to get here. So for me to go home, it would actually hurt me financially. So I kind of have to stick it out. And I know there's going to be times when, you know, it slows down after lunch, in between lunch and dinner, and in between breakfast and lunch, it's going to be slow, and it slows down after dinner. So you just kind of have to play your times and wait and be patient. And if you feel like you're waiting too long and nothing's coming through, then by all means, you know, obviously go home. Now, if you think this video can help someone, make sure you share it with them and hit that like button. It gives me a lot of motivation to keep making these videos. And if you want to become a Postmates driver, stay tuned for my code. Do you want to start driving and making money with Postmates? Then go ahead and use this code right here and complete 80 orders within 30 days in the Los Angeles area. You need to do this by March 31st, 2019, and if it's already past that date, we'll check one of my newer videos and you'll find a newer code. Complete these 80 orders and you're going to be guaranteed $1,000. It's pretty sweet, right? All right, get signed up with this code, and I'll see you on the road.